What's up, everybody? I'm Violent with GRIZZ Zombies. You're probably curious about Grief Mode. Why isn't it introduced into Black Ops 3? What are we missing? What's the hidden chunk that is making this not possible? I got some information for you. It's actually been done in prior interviews. The first one's going to be with Mr. Dalek JD and Jason. That's going to be interview audio for you guys. Mind the gameplay in the background. This is my own gameplay, but you will be hearing their voices over this. And the second part will be the final teaser that we got during the Christmas special that Treyarch had on. And when you combine the two and the hints together, it kind of gives us a better indication of what's possibly coming in 2017. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to subscribe, drop a like, and activate that bell icon so you guys don't miss any more uploads. And I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for 6,700 subscribers, and we're climbing to 7,000. So without further ado, we're going to get right into the information. This is the interview leading into the Christmas special for Grief Mode in Black Ops 3 Zombies. Enjoy.
Yeah, I love bringing that stuff back. But again, it always has to be correct for the map.
Yeah.
Correct for the combinations of stuff, the physicality of stuff.
Right.
That's the limiting factor. Like, it's all just sitting there. I have all the assets still, but it's about, do they work and
make sense?
Does it make sense, right? And sure, can you swap one out for the other? And people would say, yeah, that's great. That's why we have teams of designers who spend time worrying about these things.
Yeah.
They look through it and say, this is what we're recommending. And sometimes there's moments say, oh, please get me this kind of thing, or please do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But their job is to be looking at it and design and make spaces and make gameplay that is appealing. And if we're trying to experiment a certain idea or concept, they'll say, well, do you want this or do you want this? You know, and that's the kind of creative art. And I'm very blessed with the fact that we have a very talented team here.
Right, next question, and this is a community one.
Okay.
Have you ever thought of adding more game modes into Zombies than just the core survival? Because Black Ops 2 did have Grief and Turn, and I'll admit they didn't quite work. To me, they felt almost like beta stages of a game mode.
Yeah.
Has that ever been? I'm sure the thought must have crossed your mind at some point.
Yeah, big time. I am a huge advocate of extra game modes. I have not found a way, and I'm glad that you put it that way, because I've not found a way of bringing something through that I've been happy with yet.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan, mentally, spiritually, however you want to describe it, of a different game mode, different game modes, and different ways of taking this formula and looking at it.
Right.
I just haven't found a way for something that I'm really behind. Like, there's, and I think I said it either in this interview or in previous interviews, that I love playing with little things. We'll try something and then let it go, because you might find something in there that then advises on the next thing.
Yeah.
But when you talk about a game mode, in my mind, it's so significant that it's not just throwaway. Like, if I was going to put a game mode in, I want to be able to stand behind that. I don't want to see it through. Yeah. So I've not, until this point, been comfortable with something. That is not to say I'm not trying.
Okay, interesting. So maybe like 3 years down the line, whenever we get Black Ops 4.
I just think there's definitely different mechanics. We've been playing with that through this whole season and previous seasons as well. A game mode just is a fundamental reimagining of how everything sits together.
Yeah.
And I've never been happy that it's sat in a way that I felt was extendable, and there's lots of different ways. And I've seen lots of different things and they've been fun. But I've got to think, well, okay, am I willing to do that for 3 years plus another year? And is it going to have a life beyond that as well?
Yeah.
Or is it just this mode that people sometimes enjoyed or didn't? Like, it's got to have longevity to it. And to have longevity means it has to hit certain criteria, and I've just not been happy with it so far.
Okay. And that makes a lot of sense. Like, because people are just like, we want Grief, we want Turn, but thinking like realistically and logically, it doesn't. Like, as fun as they were, they don't have a good lifespan. Like,
you can throw Grief and Turn in like 2 minutes. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's really easy to do.
Yeah.
The mechanics are all there. It's very straightforward to do. I just, if you're talking about where energy's going and the progression of the mode, and I would ask the community and the people who say, oh, I just want it. Would you rather have our energy kind of polishing and refining and trying stuff out to kind of move the whole main bit forwards? Or do you want me, divert? Because it's always a resource game. How do you want to, where do you want to put energy to? Because even though I say 5 minutes, and by the way, that's very director of me. It takes 5 minutes, right? Fix it in post, right? But it takes people. People have to sit down and work on that stuff. It has to be QA. It has to be, it has to be worked out. So, I want to find a mode where I can stand behind it and I can evangelize it and we can integrate it and it all sits together. And I'm super into those, that exploration. I just haven't found anything yet that. I would stand behind and want to have the team stand behind. But the moment I do,
we'll see it.
People will be the first to know.
Is there anything else you'd like to say?
I thought that might be a question, and obviously a lot of speculation and talk, and so I've got an official statement I'd like to read to you.
Okay.
I'm afraid that I can't say anything right now.
So after all of that, guys, what do you guys think? Do you think we will see grief mode in Black Ops 3 Zombies? I'm leaning towards the answer of yes. They're going to be supporting this in 2017 if we keep playing the game for Black Ops 3, and I feel like a lot of people are, in fact, doing that. So the overall impression is very good, and I do think that we'll see more coming into 2017. So be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Viollent out.